Good day there and welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. As you can see, we're already on the road and it is early in the morning. We're headed out to Joy T5 to compare two gas compact track steers. So before we get there, enjoy this beautiful sunrise footage and we'll see you when we're there. Good day there and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're out and about. Today we're actually out at the Joy T5 customer area or pickup area or whatever you'd like to call it. And we actually have a special guest here. Now I've featured on their channel and it's the first time that he is going to feature on my channel. Please welcome AGT.
Hello everyone, this is AGT from Joy T5 and I'm happy to be in this video today. Donald, thanks so much for inviting me.
No, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Thanks for having us out.
Yeah.
So, as you can see behind me here, we have two similar yet different machines. So AGT and I are going to go over these machines. He knows the Rippa line very intimately and very well, and I'm going to go over the AGT. So AGT, let's start with the exterior first, with this side. So take us away, sir.
So over here we have a 2025 early edition Rippa NDI 625. In the mid-2025, this machine was rebranded to Rippa RS03. They look pretty much the same, but they're going to be blue in color, and but the performance should be similar. This is the 13.5 horsepower gas engine, double pump. Fairly, I would say it's a entry-level machine on the Rippa lineup. So, and it is as basic as it comes from the Rippa.
All right. So, comparatively, this would be a step up from the auction machines then.
It would have some. Well, I mean, let's wait and see, right? Let's take a look at this machine, which I believe you got at the auction, right?
I did. Yes. This was a Ritchie Brothers score. So, now we're both track machines, as we can see, right? Now, we were talking earlier, AGT, and you'd pointed out that your track frames, while built up a little better, are actually shorter than these ones, which is something that I didn't pick out right away.
Correct. Your machine has 3 rollers. This one's a double roller. But just to be fair, your machine is also heavier, right? So I believe it's 790 kilos. This one's 650. The reason why we're using this machine and not some of the bigger machines that Rippa offers is because of the price point. They're about the same price. This one being, was it 20% more?
20% more for that one, yeah.
20% more than what Donald was able to get that machine at the auction. And I guess the question, is it worth it?
And that's just it. Is it worth it for you, right? Because this is a very different looking machine. This is a sit-on machine versus the stand-up machine. But still the 13.5 Ratto with the dual pump system. So in that regard, they're very similar. The drive line is similar. I'm not going to say the same because those are probably Rippa pumps and these are probably a different brand. We'll have to research that and find out more later. Some of the other big, appearance differences, this is longer and keeping your weight back here, as well as the boom is very different on this machine than your Rippa over there or some of the other like stand-on machines. Yeah. So different features there, but again, I think the biggest thing is it's the drive line. It's the same drive line.
Yeah, I would say it's comparative. Your engine pump is the same, so it should perform similarly.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Well, let's get you in here and take a closer look at these two machines, and we'll have Arkady explain some of the finer details of that machine, and I'll explain what I know about this machine, and then we'll do something fun, because we can have some fun finally, so we'll do that.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay, so Rippa NDI-625 or RS03. It has a raised drive sprocket with the two rollers at the bottom. This machine comes equipped with the hydraulic oil cooler. It has two cylinders for the lift of the boom. Cylinders are tucked in and protected from the damage, so one on this side, one on the other. It's double bars for the boom. Standard universal mounting plate for the bucket. The bucket already comes pre-drilled with the holes for the teeth, and we carry those teeth in stock, so if you ever get one and you need extra teeth, we have them in case you need to dig with this machine. In the back, we have a 13.5 horsepower Rata engine. Briggs and Stratton is also an option. This one, as I said, it was just the base machine we can get, just to have something more comparable. Here's your choke, your throttle, your lights, your horn, the keys, hour meter. The operation of this machine is the H pattern, so both levers forward will drive the machine forward. Left and right will operate the bucket, either dumping or the lifting of the bucket. You have your connection, or not connection, the anchoring points over here and on the front, so it's very easy to secure this machine. All the pins here are greasable, and you'll be able to find the grease points. It's just the arm will need to be lifted to find this grease point.
Now, looking at this, now these are 7-inch tracks, and those are 7-inch tracks, correct? 7-inch wide?
Yep.
Okay. So we got the same width of tracks.
Yeah,
so
width of tracks is the same. The undercarriage, as I said, it's a little bit different. One of the differences that I quickly noticed is your rear roller. On the Rippa, it's a double roller. Here, I can clean it up for you from the snow. So it's going on the outside of these retentions on the tracks. On the AGT machine, it'd be single one in the middle. Which is better? Questionable, but this is just one of the reasons.
If I were to be scoring, like giving points, it would be to that roller. That just seems more secure, especially at a point where when you're turning the machine, there's a lot of sideways tension there.
Yep.
I would say Rippa's got the hand up here. Honestly.
Well, I'm a Rippa dealer. I'll agree with you there.
Yeah, you would.
And just one more thing about the bucket. So all the buckets, like they need to have some clearances on the mounting, right? So here we'll have, I don't know, 1/4 inch on this side and 1/4 inch on that side. Mm-hmm. I've seen it sometimes less, sometimes more, but this would be about the average. And I don't think you'd want to have more than 1/4 inch clearance, because then it's going to be just sloppy with the bucket moving sideways.
Yeah, we're gonna experience that.
So, yeah. Now, Donovan, maybe now why don't you tell us about the AGT machine that you got?
Absolutely. I'm gonna hand the camera off, and Arkady is gonna do his best to do better than I did with a shaky hand here, and we'll go around the AGT. All right. So, thank you, Arkady, for walking us around that Rippa machine. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that man is the guru on those machines. If I knew half as much about those as he did, we'd be gold. Anyways, let's see what the AGT's got to offer. Alright, we've already been over the fact that the tracks are the same width, but a different length, which ultimately adds stability. The other thing that adds stability is this back section here. Back here is that 13.5 Rado engine, and up here in this case, we'll just quickly give that an open for you, is the hydraulic cooler. That brings the weight over the back, right? which adds stability. Now, I haven't asked this machine to do a bunch of lifting because it is a single cylinder machine, which we will show you. But I really do feel that this would be more suited for basically replacing a garden tractor. Put it that way. I view these as being a garden tractor with a bucket instead of a mower deck. You know, similarities, grease points, as again, the video that I did on this machine, I've shown all the grease points. Yeah, really, I guess the difference comes down to this front assembly here. And yeah, speaking of the front assembly, we were talking about buckets and mounting plates. There is a mile of room here and up here. Not really impressed with that, but unfortunately that's just the way that goes. I know Arkady and I had talked, and we do know that the Rippa attachments will fit this machine, so we might have to talk about another bucket in the future here. But that's about it for the walk around on that machine. What we'll do next year is we'll get the arms up in the air so we can show you the differences there. Alright, so I'm going to hop on here, and Arkady and I will both raise the buckets up in the air and give you the comparison and really show you the difference between the single lift cylinder and the single boom, essentially, to the twin boom. But keep in mind, both of these are a radial lift pattern. Alright, let's get them up in the air, boss. Oh. Alright, so they're up in the air. Now you can see the differences. And we'll get you in here closer. But right away, Arkady, what are you noticing?
Well, now it's a bit higher, a bit taller, but obviously, as you mentioned, like the single boom.
Yeah, I am noticing that. But I do know that the dump angle on this is very shallow.
That might be the... As I might be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your geometry of the bucket, right? Because if your bucket was different angle over here, that will also change your dump angle.
Now, we ran into that with the NDI 680. Yes. So, again, having a properly engineered bucket goes a long ways.
Yeah. Well, what I would say is that it depends for your need, right? Because there are advantages to both.
Yeah.
Right? But, yeah.
100%. 100%. It's use case, right? But for the everyday person, they're going to want more in their bucket, and they're going to want to be able to dump it off.
Yep, that's a fair point.
You know, like if you're loading into a garden or, I don't know, like chicken coops or pens or something, wherever you might use this. I definitely see that. The other thing, too, is the structure of the boom. This is all welded plate steel. And yours looks to have some tube steel with welded plate braces.
Yeah, so this would be a tube, right? And this would be a tube as well. But this is like I guess laser cut or plasma cut plate for the boom shape.
Okay. Yeah. And we'll get you in here and show you close up on this stuff. But you notice one thing though is, like you said earlier on that machine, the lines are protected.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yep.
Like even with the boom up in the air, this is still a very protected position.
Yes, like so. If we talk about like the auction grade machines, the way they built this one, I think it's pretty good from the protection of the lines.
Yeah.
Because there are some models where the lines would be just like on the sides, and it would stick out like kind of like from this area. In my opinion, that's a not very good design because we heard stories of people that would just be driving between the trees, catch a line, and pull the line off.
Well, and then your machine's dead in the water, really, because you can't move it to fix it because you're spewing hydraulic fluid. There's no like these don't have the safeties on them, the lockouts.
Yeah.
So it's all flow all the time.
Yeah, well, definitely a challenge. Don't want to do that in the middle of trees. So.
Yeah, but you know, any of us that have run gear for a while, we've all been there. We've all done it, and it isn't fun, you know. But yeah, let's get you off that stand and in here, and we'll show you the up close differences. All right, so getting up close here, you can see that single boom design really showing itself here. One thing I do like about this actually is how they've stacked all the fittings together, how they're up further on the boom. I do like that. But yeah, like some of the welding here, you know, you can see it's not the greatest. And there's that single boom, single lift cylinder with all the hoses tucked in there. Right, and that's your bucket cylinder there. We're going to pass you over to Arkady and he can walk you around the boom and assembly on the Rippa.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, Rippa uses less parts. And here you can check out the weld qualities. Quite different. And especially with the move to the new production facility in mid-2025, now Rippa machines are made or welded by robots. So the weld quality is very nice. Hard line on top.
All right, thanks Arkady for walking around that machine and showing them the difference on the booms. So, you know, you stand back, you look. Yeah. Do both machines have a place in the market, Arkady?
I would definitely say so.
I'm in agreement with that. I think both of these machines have their customers.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy the quality of the Rippa machine, like the weld and the general build quality. Like how many machines have you and I reviewed together?
A few.
Yeah, and they've all been fairly good. Like, you know, they're not perfect. Nothing's perfect.
From the import markets, and we've been working with Rippa since 2022, right? So it's several years now. And from our experience, Rippa has one of the better qualities for the money. There's definitely other import machines that could have better quality than Rippa, but then their price tag is closer to the home brands. And at that point, it's kind of questionable for the average consumer, is it worth it? But with Rippa's, you do have decent quality, definitely great value for the price tag. And right now, Rippa's offering additional warranties, right? So, and I think, Donovan, what do you think with the auction machines? How easy is it to get parts?
Well, and you can't. And this is a conversation you and I have had many times. You simply can't. There's no support. You buy an auction machine, you're on your own. And, you know, you just said Rippa's extended their warranties or offering better warranties.
Yes, they're offering they're offering parts warranty. They also have the technicians on call that if you're going to have a technical question with your machine, we can get you in contact with a factory technician, or if you bought a machine from us, we encountered some issues in the past, and we can potentially answer some of the common things that could happen, right? Even without having to go to China. But as I said, like the biggest thing is parts availability. For all Rippa machines that you carry, we can get you all the parts. And trust me, we had sometimes get weird parts. Like an example, Donna was kind enough to help us review a 6-ton excavator. When it was shipped in a, one machine was shipped in a damaged container, and the top of the curved glass got a scratch that cracked later on. And when we received it, Rippa air freighted us a new glass within a week. So to me, that's pretty impressive. Not every factory will do that.
See, that's air freighted within a week for a piece of curved glass.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that's competes with Deere and Cat and all them, because I haven't had to deal with them on warranty, to be honest. But you got to be right on their heels. Like that's got to be for a customer, or for like parts being expedited. You got to be close.
Yeah, and again, I'm not going to say that you can get every parts in a week.
Yeah.
That's not always the case. This was a bit of an extreme case because it's an expensive machine that customer was waiting for, and it has a cracked glass, right? So it was an emergency, and Rippa stepped up, and they shipped it, right? So, but I'm just saying there's options, and you can get parts. Trying to get a curved glass for an auction machine, probably that would be a challenge. That'd be my guess.
I don't think you could. You'd have to have it custom made here, probably for the price of the machine. Well, especially in Canada. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Like it's that's the way it is. It's not fun trying to source parts. So more things to consider, right? Like,
yep.
Yeah. But that's about my thoughts on it. Your thoughts on it? Same thing.
Yeah. But as I said, I do agree with you. I think both machines have value, right? And both machines have their own place.
Yeah.
Right. So, as I said, like this machine is about 20% more, but it's a smaller machine, right? So, some people might argue AGT has great value. Yeah, and I will agree with it. Depends on what you buy it for at the auction. Auction prices can kind of vary, but I know that Donovan got an amazing value for this machine, so I think he got a great buy. How this machine will last, I guess time will tell, right? And hopefully he won't need much parts, but we'll find out.
Well, and if I need parts, let's be real, I'm just going to retrofit Rippa stuff to it, because, then I know I can get it again if I need it. But,
yep.
Yeah, no, I agree. They both have their place. Each has their advantages and their disadvantages. But, yeah, that's about it. It's neat to see them together, though. Now, I never thought I'd see them together.
Well, thank you for bringing your machine to our yard.
Well, thanks for letting me come out here and play with it, because, it's the middle of winter. It's January. And here we are playing with skid steers. Like, I'm all about it. This is great. So, all right. Well, that's probably going to about wrap it up for us here. And, yeah. All right. So we're going to wrap this up here. And, I don't know, I'll probably put this back on the trailer or something, figure it out later. But, yeah, so that's our thoughts on it. Again, Arcady, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and having us out here and checking this machine out and bringing one of yours out to compare with. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. It is my pleasure.
Excellent. All right, sir. Well, let's put these away and call her a day. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, the machines are all loaded up and tied down, and as you can see, we're on our way home here. What a fantastic day we had making this video. That was so much fun. I hope that you found this helpful and informative in some way, shape, or form. That's really what this is all about. But yeah, short and sweet here. You go on ahead and you take care and stay safe out there. And on your next little road trip, take the back roads. There are some really beautiful sights out there. walkaround? What's this?